not at war with the world.
You got to have the right attitude.
Right attitude. And gratitude will give you a good attitude when you're thankful. So what do you do?
So I'm a home inspector and like a doctor for the house. I'll check out the current conditions of the home and point things out and refer you to the specialist to make repairs.
Right. And can someone buy a house without having it inspected?
If you're buying it cash, but I wouldn't recommend it either way.
Right. And then who's the liar out of all the two, the buyer or the seller or both?
Well, everybody wants to see it from their perspective, so I wouldn't say there's a liar in the mix, but we're all looking to get a deal. So
wow, good. Thank you for straightening me out, because I always think, do people have your best interest in deals?
Yeah.
Right. And when you do have someone's best interest, it shows you care, and the more you care, actually, the more deals you get.
I'm here for the client.
Why don't you tell us where you're located and your phone number? And I know we're just giving you a plug today, and hopefully we can get you back and get some more information from you for our guests.
Of course. I live in Clearwater. I cover the whole Tampa Bay area. So if you're trying to get in touch with me, it'll be 732-207-0799.
Okay. And how long?
Say that number again, because I want you to.
732-207-0799.
Can you just tell us how long you've been in business?
I've been in business just recently, just starting out in March. I've been doing it for 3 years. So I'm a certified master inspector and I have my drone license as well.
Well, that drone thing's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, a little tough, but it's good.
It's got to do the drone. Do you fly the drone yourself?
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, of course?
Well, I don't want somebody else flying my drone.
There you go.
It's too much fun doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So you're set up, you're a professional.
Of course.
And what's the name of your company?
It's Tampa Property Inspections.
I like the name. Can I ask you how you came up with the name?
Well, it started off with Louis Maldonado Services, but that was a lot harder to market. So Tampa Property Inspection seemed to be the right alley.
I find that hard to believe that's even available.
Well, yeah, Lewis is a Lewis. Everybody's a Lewis. I'm even a Lewis. Technically illegal. I don't know. It's not on the legal birth certificate.
Got luck of the draw.
Well, my mother didn't know how to spell the name. So kind of got screwed. So, Lewis, you're going to stop back and see us later on in the program.
Yes.
And you can tell us if we have time a little bit more, and then we'll bring you back further on the air. Is that a deal?
Sounds great. I appreciate
deal
it.
is a deal.
So just real quick, if you need home inspections, give us your phone number slow.
732-207-0799.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lewis, for stopping by. I appreciate that. Josh, we had a big fest this weekend, didn't we?
We had a big fest? Are you talking about Hero
Was
Fest?
that the Heroes?
Hero Fest was amazing. Crossfire Creek was fantastic. So anybody that went out there, thank you for your support and thank you for your time.
Yeah, and Josh, we want to get off on, we got a couple plugs we got to get in. Let's get this Code 15 rocking.
So I'm Joshua Jones with Code 15 Transport. I provide junk removal and dump trailer rentals throughout the Bay Area and beyond. So if you're a roofing company or a contractor, like maybe Exteriors Today, who joined us on the show, we can help you get it hauled. All you got to do is give us a call. Number is 727-678-1330. 727-678-1330. Again, that's Joshua Jones, Code 15 Transport. Shake and bake.
Shaking and bake it.
I love bacon. America.
We know what you like, Josh.
Bacon donuts.
That bacon donuts you switched on me?
Anything with bacon donuts, and tacos. I don't care how bad of a day you're having. You have some tacos.
Did you ever see that?
You're good to go.
That bacon bar?
Oh, what?
Yeah, a big drink on there and they put bacon in it. It's a bacon bar.
Oh.
Never heard.
That's going to make your cholesterol go through the roof.
That's a lot of porking around.
I know.
Don't you think?
Pigs in a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I had this thing called chocolate covered bacon at the fair one time.
How was that?
Oh, that sounds amazingly
delicious. Good. It was. I didn't want to try it, but my buddy made me, and it was worth it.
Did you have a bacon gasm?
No, I couldn't stop thinking about the cheese curds that I had. Actually.
Oh, that sounds cheesy but delicious.
Cheesy. Yeah, I don't know. Bacon is bacon.
Well, then they like these fairs you go to, right? And the redneckery that goes into this, they deep fry Coca-Cola. How do you deep
fry?
I have no. That's a redneck thing, I guess, or a fair thing. I don't know. Maybe the carnies know. But I mean, they deep fry it. Ice cream, Coca-Cola, Oreos, Reese's Pieces.
Yay! We have a new keyboard guy that joined us last week, right?
Yes. Keyboard. I didn't know you were talking about me. Yeah.
Well, you you. It's all about you.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
the producer, yes. I
Yeah,
agree.
you might finally we got a rocker that knows what he's doing in there.
Yeah.
We're taking him on the road. You know where we're taking him, Tammy? In our live event.
I know.
Why don't you tell these people what is going on in the
All
parking
right.
lot?
So what we're going to be doing the first Wednesday, which is June 4th of June, is a parking lot event. We're going to be broadcasting live from the parking lot, doing a whole bunch of giveaways and just meeting the community. We'll have stuff out there for everybody, some refreshments, and it's going to be a good time. And you got to come by and check us out. We just want to introduce ourselves to everyone in the community and have you guys stop by and introduce yourselves to us.
It's Dr. Lou,
Yeah, and Tammy.
Tammy, and Tammy and
Joshua Jones with Code 15 Transport.
we're going to be live in the parking lot, and we're going to be rocking with hopefully the new Tampa Bay Rock.
Yes, yes.
Live music, fun, games, giveaways, food, and you meet everybody here because we don't look like we looked on our podcast.
Yes.
It's not a good look, is it, Josh?
It is not. That's why they have makeup in those filters.
We need some camera work in here. Like it takes 50 pounds off or something.
The one I saw me on the camera, and I'm like, oh my God, who's that guy?
I know, me too.
That was me. Didn't look good.
I didn't like it either.
Felt like Peter Griffin.
Oh my gosh.
You were sucking in too much of that bacon.
I can't help it. The bacon's good.
But we were
Speaking
at
of Bacon Street Diner, got to stop by at the Countryside Mall.
Oh my gosh, yes. And when you do go by Bacon Street Diner, first off, their chili is amazing. It is fantastic. And then they get you the little cream puffs or whatever. And
The
some
bacon.
have like bacon drizzle on
in the
there,
middle.
and some don't have the bacon.
Oh,
Either way you go, they are scrumdiddlyumptious.
oh my goodness. My rocker in there before you fall asleep and eat all that pizza that I see you're huffing down.
Hungry.
I know. Because we are Tampa Bay Rock, we're going to be, hopefully, in another segment, not this one, because this is our show. Is that all right? We own this. So in the 106.1 is rock. We are using it as a spinoff to be able to teach you and to travel with us and a visa and a passport around the world. Last week, we took you to the UK. This week, we're going to take you to Sweden. Now, Sweden has a huge heavy metal following over there, and that's a band that is listening in Sweden. And we have a music. We're going to play a song for you. Maybe not the full song, but we're going to give you a sample of exactly what they are and who they are and where they're located. Right? Lloyd, let's take us into that, and then we got some plugs.
Remember, no eagles flying free. Then you hear our voice in the distance, like the golden queen. Song of hope and melody that makes you so serene. Downtown rising a crystal star, see the million dreams. The hope of your return increases like a growing stream. We have to fly together. Start with a D, then go on up. The sea will lead your G. 3 more times than the verse is filled before the chorus comes. This time the bridge is different from before. There's something flying free. Don't play fast and the bass as well. The beat from the ground. We have to fly together.
and the people are paying for this advertising.
All right, we're back in the studio with Dr. Lou and Josh and Jason from Exteriors
Exterior
Today.
Go, Josh. What do you got?
Well, I wanted to say thank you, Danny, as well, with Exteriors Today for chiming in and telling us
Yes.
what they do here shortly. However, with that being said, our vehicles, much like us, need a checkup every now and then. From fast service to pre-inspections, pre-purchase inspections, and free pickup and delivery within 7 miles, the mechanics at Ace Auto Clinic have you covered. They can easily handle tire patches, oil changes, and battery installs, to include the more complex surgical procedures from suspension work, engines to transmissions. No matter your vehicle's injury, big or small, Ace Clinic can handle it all.
Thank you. That's a
Ace
good
Auto
one.
Clinic is located on South Lincoln Ave between Jefford Street and Lakeview Road in Clearwater.
Right behind the Publix off Missouri, actually.
Family owned and operated.
Yes.
That's right.
And Jersey boys own it.
Yep, they've been in
The
business
Jersey
a real
boys.
long time.
Jerseys. The Jerseys. We have a song request.
They must
that
have hated
requested.
Jersey Shores. I gave them anybody from Jersey a bad rap. That was not cool.
We have a couple other Jersey boys that are listening. That their songs are going to. We have a huge following for believe it or not, Metallica fans around here.
Yes, we're going to close with that
We're gonna
today,
close
and
with
it's
it.
going to be dedicated to Ace Auto Clinic.
And a few other ones.
Oh, yes,
Requested
yes.
it. I picked the song, you guys. Sorry. You left it up to me, and I did it.
So no Baby Shark.
Yeah.
No Baby Shark,
Oh no,
Josh.
she said yeah.
One day we're going to play Baby
Yeah.
Shark just
One day it'll
for
be the
you.
day that I'm not
As
here.
long as
Just
it
for
doesn't have
you.
to be edited.
Yeah, they have a rock version, so it'll fit perfect.
We are 106.1. We are Tampa Bay. We are with Dr. Lou. We are with Tammy and then code 15.
Yes.
And we put a little bit of information about our baby Huey. Didn't we?
Oh, yes. So look at this, guys.
Yeah.
We have some
Food.
chicken tenders today, which everybody's already been eating.
Oh,
So-
those are delicious.
I'm guilty.
So
Guilty.
The kids devour those at the house.
they are so good, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They literally really do melt in your mouth. They're so good. So
You
good.
done with that?
We were there on Monday. We were doing advertising with them. They have live bands. They have remote. Hopefully I can convince Sean. Sean, I know you're listening because we're all over their podcast right now because we're live. So thank you, Sean.
I love Sean. Yes, and it's a brand new place, guys. So
It is.
they just opened, but it's unbelievable. I mean, seriously, if you're a family, it is a family place to go.
Mhm.
They have an outside area where there's cornhole. I mean, a huge, beautiful outside area with turf, or what do they call it? AstroTurf, right? Yeah. So they have that. And then they have a whole patio area where you can also sit. Then they also have an outside bar with a bunch of tables in there as well, a full bar outside. So it is just the place to go. They have live music at different times. You got to check out their Facebook, which is Baby Huey's Burgers and Pizza Tampa Bay.
And baby Huey's a real baby. And
Yes.
actually the owner is in the Chattanooga area. And I think that because of the dedication and the support that we've gotten from this restaurant, I am going to Chattanooga and I'm going to see baby Huey.
Yes, so that
Tax
is,
right off.
it's an awesome,
I don't do that very often.
no, it's an awesome
I'm
story.
making it- yeah.
So the
Good.
owner,
They're going to be here next week.
right, the owner, he actually is opening multiple locations in different states, but because he had a son whose name is Huey. And so what his thought is when his son turns 18, he's going to hand over the restaurants to him. So he'll have, a legacy and a business to get into and, have a fresh start in the beginning of his life. So I think that's awesome.
Awesome. I'm going to tell you about a little bit who I am because I know you're listening. You're just people are starting to ask me on the street who we are. And I want you guys to come in another 4 weeks to meet us all. But for most, I have a health department, something that I have to put out that was brought to my attention since the stuff comes all over my internet 24 hours a day. But I am located in Tarpon Springs. I have an IV center, medical office. I do cosmetics, but for most, my IV center is taken off quite a lot. Thank you guys very much. It is an IV center that is used for medical purposes, whether or not it is for cancer, neuropathy, arthritis, degenerative disorders. If you have just messed up, you want you to come in. You don't have something wrong with you, I'll find it because that's the type of doctor not that I want anything wrong with you, but you all do. If you have vitamin deficiencies, low in energy, dehydration, headaches, can't sleep at night, your ex-wife is bothering you, you have mental disorders, memory loss, all that kind of stuff. But we just use the dumpster for stuff like that. Is that right, Josh?
You
We got
could.
something
You could.
like that?
Ex-wives,
That's what
outlaws,
I'm
in-laws. We got you.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Code 15 Transport will come get rid of your husband and his stuff.
And if they have
Give them
room
a call.
for the extra, if they have room, if they need housing, Josh will take care of that too. We just give them the extra dumper, we take the stuff out, and they automatically have a home to go to. So don't worry about that. Josh, we're going to hook you up no matter what. We're getting a dumpster.
I appreciate that. And for those that don't want to, lose out on your spouse and whatnot, you're going to want to call Kenneth Cunningham at Rambling Roses Florist.
Oh,
Why?
yes.
He'll save your marriage and your cash. Why? Divorces are expensive. Get some roses, make her happy, call it a day.
And he makes custom designs like on the fly too,
Oh, yeah,
guys. So,
custom
if
floral
you forget
arrangements,
your
whatever you need.
anniversary,
Oh,
pop in there
in
and
case
see
you're
him.
not
He'll
good
get it
to
done.
your spouse,
And if the
call
missus,
them,
if the
right?
missus made a mistake,
Right.
that's okay.
Right.
Kenneth has his own
Right.
barbecue that you can buy and make your boo man a groovy man basket with ribs and barbecue to go with.
His barbecue
Maybe some
sauce
flowers as
is
well.
delicious.
Yeah?
I bought
it's
some when I
fantastic.
was there, and I just used it last night. Actually,
Tastes so
it's
good,
very
make
good.
you want to slap your mama.
And if
It's
you
true.
don't know what to get your spouse, there's nothing better than when you go out on a date and a guy shows up. I mean, totally shows up. It's with something.
Yes.
In hand, right?
Yes, even if it's just a small bouquet or
Or-
one rose or anything,
Yeah.
it's
Or the
very
check
nice.
that passed to you. Either way.
I'm
But
not
that's
going out on a date with you again.
Rambling Rose. Actually, he's located in Dunedin.
Located in Dunedin,
And
your
then it
downtown
has-
Dunedin.
Yes, and he has a second location where his wife works out of in Clearwater.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna just quickly get
Flowers
my
by Francis, and that's off of Drew Street in Clearwater.
Yes, Drew Street. Yes.
So I am located in Tarpon Springs, and I'm at 905 East MLK. I am between Closterman and Tampa. Tarpon Avenue, not Tampa.
Tarpon Avenue. Yes.
Yeah, that's where I am. I am there. My phone number is 727-946-0607. Is that right, Tammy? Is that what my phone
That's
number
right.
is?
That's right.
I don't have memory loss.
She
I
doesn't
just
call
don't-
herself.
I don't call myself. But we do have a special guest that's hopefully going to be one of our new advertisers. And I just wanted to it was going to be Danny's. And Danny, we're going to bring Danny back another time. But today we have another guest over here.
We have
And he's
Jason from
sticking out his
Exteriors
chest.
today.
He's
And do you
not
go
on
by
our
Danny?
camera.
So we have
This is
Danny.
Danny.
Yes, Danny is here today.
Yes.
Different Danny, but Danny
Different
is here
Danny.
today.
We met them at one of our events that we had a few weeks ago. So why don't you tell us about what it is that you do?
Yes.
Yeah, Exteriors Today, right out of St. Petersburg. We service all of Tampa Bay and all surrounding areas. We do gutters and soffit and fascia and vinyl siding and hardy board and gutters. So
Very good.
pretty much Exteriors Today is the name of the company. So we do pretty much everything on the exteriors, windows and doors.
You're not going inside?
No, not going inside. Sorry.
No inside work, you guys. It's all outside.
Yes,
Yes,
exterior.
exterior.
You got to give these guys credit because it's like 100 degrees out there right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
right? So outside work
Yes.
in heat,
Yes. My installers, bless their heart.
in
Mhm.
heat, right?
In the heat.
Right.
24/7. Well, not 24/7, but 12 months a year.
In 24 hours a day.
Yes.
No.
No.
You walked right into that.
I did.
So
How far do you go? Tell us your range.
I'd say about 50 miles from St. Petersburg. Go up to Spring Hill, out Lakeland, kind of come down to Sarasota, maybe a little
Okay.
Venice. But
so Pasco, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and a little beyond.
yes, little Polk,
All
little
right.
Manatee. Yeah.
How long you been in business?
I've been in business about 3.5 years. I've been doing this 28 years.
Where were
Wow.
you? Where were you before the 20 years?
28. Chicago, Illinois, Lexington, Kentucky, Atlanta, Georgia, upstate New York,
Upstate, like where? Do you know what upstate means?
Saratoga Springs.
Oh yeah, upstate.
People call me because I lived up in the Albany and I went to Syracuse. They said I'm from Canada.
Oh,
What is this, people?
that's upstate. That's upstate
Yes,
for sure.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It is not Canada. Get out of the country, right?
Might as well be. It's so north. Winter's like 7 months, 8
Oh
months.
yes,
It's
and
so
it gets
cold.
so cold and
So
so
cold.
much snow.
Never going back. Never going
Use
back.
the credit
I miss
cards.
the winters up in South Dakota.
Oh my gosh.
The Canadian comes out when I talk about the Dakota.
Oh wow.
Get up in the
That's
morning, you have 2 different gloves on,
cold.
credit cards are used for an ice chip.
Oh, yeah.
You have to find your
Blow
shovel.
dryers that I've ruined from trying to get the frost off my
How
car.
about the frost off your fingers?
Or just to open, remember the old keys that you had to
Yes.
stick in?
Yeah.
I broke a key off.
You have
Sure
to
did.
warm the key up to start the car.
Yeah, I would
Frozen
take the
motion.
blow dryer out there and just melt it.
I love
Oh,
it.
that's
No, I don't
crazy.
miss it. Actually, I have family and everybody up there. I was on the phone with them before I left. It was 65 degrees in Reno. And
65?
it's 95 here.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't even compare.
65 degrees down here.
So at Exteriors
Exterior.
today, how about tell us a little bit about some of the types of windows that you do?
Well, we do definitely hurricane windows.
I was going to
especially-
ask
yeah.
that.
If anyone's living here last October, we had just some storms come through,
Yeah.
devastated us. So we offer hurricane windows, hurricane doors
Awesome.
to totally protect the envelope of your
How
house.
did your windows hold up during that hurricane?
Very, very, very well. We're tested up to 141 miles an hour.
Oh, nice.
So
Did they hold up?
they did hold up. Yeah.
Yes.
So if someone is interested in talking with you, awesome. Can we how can we get in contact
Phone
with you?
number.
Yes. 727-773-5842.
All right.
That's
Say
our
it
number.
again.
Yes. 727-773-5842.
Awesome. And we have Danny in the house as well, who is the owner of Exteriors today, correct? So let's get a little bit. And how did you start this? Danny is a beautiful redhead in here
You
with
got
us.
another redhead.
We have 3 redheads. Y'all should be
Right.
scared. Y'all should be
Nice.
scared.
How did we do
Josh,
this?
that's just because I don't know. Maybe you're hard headed.
That's why Josh has his hat on, because he's intimidating. Danny, I know we're going to give you a bigger segment. I can't get a lot of information from you today, but we're going to get some basics. So tell me who you are, what your company is, your phone number, where you're located.
I am Danny Romack. We are located, our warehouse is in Kansas City, but we're primarily a service-based business. So we bring the showroom to you, try and keep our costs down,
Nice.
keep our overhead low so we can pass on the savings there. What else did you ask me? Where all
You
about
told about you. So where you're located, phone number, how do people find you?
Yeah, you can find us at, give us a ring, 727-773-5842.
All right.
Awesome. And
She
so
got it
if you
right.
guys need hurricane windows, because we should have learned our lesson from
It's
this little
hurricane
past situation, take precautions. Take precautions. Give Exteriors today a call. And we are going to have you guys back on another show. And we are
Thank
so
you.
glad that you came
Thank
to
you
see
for
us
stopping.
today.
Looking
And do you have
forward
a
to it. Thank you.
website that people can check out or anything?
We do. It's www.exteriorstodayfl.com.
ExteriorsTodayFL.com.
She did that
Awesome.
beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you.
very good. We are so
glad.
glad you guys stopped in to visit with us today, and we look forward to having you back again.
Thanks. You guys are
Thank you.
awesome.
Oh,
It's great to
are.
join some other redheads too. We got 4 of us in here now. It's amazing.
Yay!
Redheads rule.
Yes. Yeah, if you guys want to hang out for a little bit, I do, before the show is over, want to bring Lewis back in because he is someone I met just for a few more minutes so we can talk to him as well.
Okay,
But
guys.
what do we got going
You
on
guys
today?
hang out. You have some pizza, and we'll get you back in here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's the reason why we bring the pizza. Pizza. Where is this pizza? This is from
it's Frank's Pizza in Dunedin, located at 1600 Virginia. Well, it's not Virginia anymore. I keep calling it Virginia. They call it Achieva Way now. Once Achieva put their bank on the street, apparently they got the name of the street too.
I guess they achieve a bet.
Yes, they sure did. But we love Achieva. They do a lot of things in the community,
They
so I'm
do.
sure that's why they dedicated that
Yeah.
beautiful street to them. And it is a gorgeous street in Dunedin with all the trees, and it's just the most perfect street. But anyways, it's Frank's Pizza. They do homemade Italian, awesome pizza. They do delivery. They have awesome specials for lunch, guys, and they're quick. You're in and out. They do everything homemade, and pretty much if it's not on the menu, you
owner-
ask for it.
The owner will find it.
She will. Ella, we love you.
There is something that came across it's been for the last few weeks, and I didn't ignore it, but it needs to be talked about because we're in the beach and now we're getting into 90 degrees.
Yeah, because your social media person, which I know well, Amanda, we love you too. She actually, her sister was here last weekend and they were trying to go to Indian Rocks Beach. And guess what? They could not. And you tell us
I'm going to
why.
tell you why. So some of these beaches are contaminated and they have signs up and nobody wants to read. It is a high alert right now for high bacteria levels across the whole state of Florida. And there's a few outside of state of Florida, but you guys don't worry about because you're not living there. Let's talk about what's going on in Florida. There is different ones, you guys. There's red tide. There's E. coli. There's the sand fleas. There are sand lice. And then, of course, our friends, jellyfish friends.
Oh yeah, which those are horrible.
Yes.
The worst I've seen, and as many as I've seen, was Fort DeSoto. There were so many, and also skates, which you step on when it tells you to do the little shuffle, and they have signs up about it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in there. Not
Well,
doing
there's
it.
a lot of beaches.
While you're stepping on roller skates, though, that's what I can't figure out.
I'm going to tell you right now that came across that we want you to kind of be aware of and stay away from. And how does this all start? It starts with a lot of fecal matter and people doing business in the water that shouldn't be doing business in the water. Then a lot of the coves that start to contract a lot of the fish in the area, and they get trapped in there and they die and they get all cranky and get off a lot of bacteria. And then, of course, the more populated beaches, obviously, there's a lot of boating. And the boating is, the dumping.
Yeah, I think too, like I know for sure, like, okay, when a water main breaks too, Florida's super shallow here. So the water doesn't really have anywhere to go if let's say there's a water main break, and that's, not the good kind of water generally.
No.
It's going to go somewhere and it's going to eventually make its way to the ocean.
And not only that, since because we're in the rainy season and the hurricane season, it's the storm runoff.
Yeah, the storm,
that start creating a lot of problems inside the water. But right now, the warnings have gone out. The highest polluted beach around here is number one is on the other side, and that's Sebastian.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't
So
know
it's
that. I'm gonna steal this
Sebastian,
paper for a second.
And then after that, on this side, it's more geared towards Clearwater, Madeira, Indian Rocks, and goes all the way down to Treasure Island, goes down to the first part of St. Pete Beach. It starts to clear up around St. Pete Beach. The cleanest beach that is around here is Siesta Key, and that's near Sarasota. That before, I guess at the murky, that they have pure white sand, pure water down there. It gets very murky as you start coming up the coast. And that's where the red tide is right now. And there's different viruses, just so you know, and you may not, just red tide, but it's really not. There is the bacteria virus, that's the E. coli. Then there is fecal pollution, which we all know what fecal is if you don't look it up.
Number 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, right? But these advisories, look, the signs are up, you guys. Look for them. Clearwater Beach, Sand Key. It is Indian Rock Beach. And it also Madeira, as I mentioned. I'm looking at my paperwork here because I want to make sure that I have exactly what the Florida Department of Health has sent me all over the internet to make sure that you have that. Now, you do not want to be in the water, especially females, because we have innies instead of outies, and then you are susceptible to more bacteria. There are children, cuts, sores, wounds, people that have autoimmune disorders. This is not a place for you to be even being your feet in the water. The reason is because when you're on land, here's the other high alert right now, because of the humidity and the water being so contaminated, we have sand fleas. And sand fleas and sand lice. They're two different microscopic animals. I've seen sand fleas as big, just like a cockroach. They're hard to detect, and they can look like a shell or a clump of sand until you start shuffling your feet and it starts to move. That's sand fleas. Okay. Now, sand lice is very microscopic and you may not see. And those are the ones that act like a tick that get underneath your skin and they don't want to leave. And those are the ones that are more deadly. And sometimes the skin has to be cut and those have to be removed surgically. So the symptoms, a lot of people think when you leave the beach, you're getting hot, you think you're nauseated, you've been out in the sun too long. Not necessarily. That's another whole segment about sun and exposure. But the big thing is obviously the nausea, diarrhea, dizziness, lightheaded. Again, some of these things may mask that you think you may have something else. Watch the babies because they seem to contract. They love that baby skin because it's so soft and so cuddly.
Oh, I know.
You know, and those poor things are so innocent and they cannot defend themselves. So these places are not exactly right now are places that you want to take that. Now I'm going to talk about the sand fleas. What can be done as far as, to be honest with you, it's coconut oil. A lot of people, what can I put on myself and what can I do to prevent this? Because all that stuff that you put on you for the sunscreening, actually, they really like it. They also, for repellent for this type of things, is coconut oil, coconut lotion, coconut. For some reason, it's the odor with it. I don't know. I guess they don't like coconuts. I guess somebody told them. Maybe they ate too many. I don't know. But they say that if you put this on your skin, you drink it, devour it, has some kind of mechanism in it that tells them to go away. Now, can these be treated? Yes, they do. In earlier signs, a lot of people are coming in the emergency rooms or with flu-like symptoms, and the first thing that is, where have you been? What have you done? What have you contracted? And the first thing that I would ever ask anybody, where have you been this weekend? And have you been in any of the waters? Oh, I forgot I went to the beach. Well, there you go. So a lot of people start getting respiratory illnesses because you touch everything with your hands, the eyes, the gastrointestinal. Now, I've also seen people start getting skin rashes. They look like you had maybe a flea bite or little freckles that are on your skin that start to pop up. It may be that you have been contaminated, decontamination, or that you have been bitten by sand fleas. Have you ever been bitten by, Josh?
Sand flea? No, I've been bitten by, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Not
It's
just
been a while.
females, not females, but I'm talking about fleas.
Oh,
And
that's
you
what
don't
I'm
even
talking about.
fleas.
Fleas too. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Fleas in general.
I'm pretty sure I have. I've got dogs and whatnot. So yeah, I'm sure I've been attacked by fleas.
right.
Whether they're sand fleas or not, I don't know.
Right. But a flea you've seen fleas, right? You know
Oh
what a
yeah,
flea looks
they
like.
hop around, come at you. See them in the cartoons a couple times.
But a flea on the ground, they have a different color. You actually can see them. And
Yeah.
usually you can tell when you have a flea around the house wearing white socks or wearing something white. So somehow they like that light and they contract it too.
And what you do if you get fleas in the house, you can use borax, I believe.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say to use it around like your doors, and it helps with
Doors, carpet, stuff like that.
mice, other things, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it helps with other rodents and creatures. And
Isn't borax? Borax is
ex-spouses.
a laundry detergent.
it is, yes.
Boy, if it keeps everything away and the fleas, can you imagine what's doing your laundry?
Hopefully keeping it clean and keeping the stains away.
I know it. Oh, God. But don't worry, there are really good beaches out there. And that's one of them was the highest rated beach in the state of Florida and actually around the United States was Siesta Key. So again, I want you guys to look for the signs that are out there on the beaches. If you smell something funny, don't go in the water. If the water looks funny, don't go in the water.
And I know too that they had a higher increase with the flesh-eating virus stuff,
Yeah.
or what I call it the Jeffrey Dahmer effect after the hurricanes.
Yeah.
So they had a higher increase of that in the area, and that was a huge thing they had all over the news, letting people know, hey, stay off the beaches, don't go there. This is what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
If the signs are up, don't go. If you have any, like Dr. Lou was saying, any autoimmune diseases, liver disease, whatever it might be, lowered immune system, open wounds or cuts, don't take the chance, because if you do, you might be missing an arm or a leg down the line, or it could cost you your life.
Exactly.
Worst case scenario.
And don't be drinking water. I know a lot of people when they go in, holding their breath and keeping their mouth closed. And obviously it is salt water, you guys, that you are even drinking, even if it was good for you, but it's not. But it's pollution, and you are ingesting it and you're breathing it in. So it's just not the swallowing aspect of it. It is in just being out there and inhaling it. Right. And you ever go to the beach and you see all that seaweed and all that murky stuff?
Oh,
It
yeah.
starts to float in, and it gets like the top of the water gets that little murky film to it.
Yeah.
And then, or the seaweed, and some of the beaches get more than others. And that's even, dangerous in the seaweed. Seaweed helps with anti-aging, but I've seen kids get tangled up in that seaweed around their feet and get stuck like a cement. What's that one bug that they have that they go in that ties you up?
The bug?
Not the
boa constrictor? I don't know.
no, there's the flower thing.
The Venus flytrap.
Yes, that's it. Just look like that. Just going in there. Can you imagine that? That's awful, right?
Well, not for the Venus flytrap.
Well, not for the Venus.
They're getting a tantalizing treat in their tummy.
Yeah. But the Florida Department of Health has a website, and they have post everything all the time. If you ever need information about, before you go to the beach, what beach to go to, and what is safe, and what they have found in the water, look at the Florida Department of Health. But all you people out there, I know you guys all like the internet so much, then we just wanted to make sure that you were aware of all this before you go to the beach, what it is, what it looks like, what the skin looks like. And so if you have it, to make sure that you are aware what is going on. Because these tiny little red things that are on you, that is probably sand fleas. All right. So don't get all three of them confused. There's difference between a sand flea. There's difference between the sand lice, and there's difference between the red tie. Believe it or not, some of the symptoms overlap each other, but the worst one is the sand flea. And that's the one that has to be sometimes surgically taken out of you, because they burrow into the skin and they cause irritations and inflammatory. And then the small little red dots, they usually start in a cluster, and then they start migrating, and then they take over everything in you. Well, those ones are not good.
Sounds like an exciting day at the beach.
Is it not? You would think the sun would kill everything being as hot it is, but believe it or not, they breed off the sun and they love it. And just like regular the fleas, they can get very itchy and very irritating. So you guys make sure, and the topicals that are suggested to be used for this, believe it or not, is coconut oil, and use that and try to be safe.
Would like a coconut rum count as well?
Oh, that's just, I think.
I'm asking for a friend.
All right.
B.O.B. coconut, right? Now there is a high warning, and these jellyfishes are actually, they are higher. They are mostly coming out of their Tarpon, Spring Hill. I don't know the beach names up there, but the warning had came out. For some reason, jellyfish seem to migrate over here, up on the higher area. There are a lot on the other side, but since we're on the Pinellas Pasco side, so letting you know, I know that we have a lot of listeners who are listening from everywhere. I know, Tammy, you don't like the beach anyway. You go to the beach, but you don't go in the water.
Yeah, I do the pool.
Sounds like the sea's out to get you. Next thing you know, they're going to release the Kraken.
Yes. There could be a Kraken in there.
There could be.
That's the reason I don't get in there.
All right. Now, the most beaches is the Gulf Coast has 85% that are unsafe. The West Coast is 70%. The Great Lakes, that's called New York, and that's Ontario, that's Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 63. They say the East Coast, that's 48. And Alaska, believe it or not, is 24.
Yeah,
Do you
because
think
it's
it's
so
just
much
too cold?
cleaner there.
Yeah,
Cleaner.
they're cold, right?
It's cold, but
But
cleaner
Hawaii
too. They don't
is a
pollute the
very
water.
low rate. But I heard that Hawaii is low because they have pink seaweed.
Mm.
And
Well,
something in it.
Yeah, and they don't pollute as much as we do, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Now,
And that has a lot to do with it.
have you ever been stung by a jellyfish?
No, but I have seen a very close
No.
friend of mine who was, and it's the strangest thing that my friend did to get it off of her, and I thought she was insane at
Yeah, I
the
She
time.
had
heard
to
about
pee.
that. You had to
She
pee.
did. she did. I was like, "What are you doing?"
We call
That
the
was
R. Kelly.
see, but that's the reason I don't really do the ocean. I'm sorry. I love to look at it. I love to be there.
You
I
wanna
like to
pee on
sit
yourself.
beside it, but I'm not trying to get stung by anything or bit by anything or eaten by a shark or any of that. So-
Tammy, you just don't want to pee on
well,
yourself.
I like boats. No, I'll be out there. Yeah, and I don't want anyone to pee on me. That's not my thing.
You carry your urn around with you. Can you imagine?
Right.
All right.
So we brought Lewis back in.
Wait,
'cause he
Lewis.
did a lot of time.
Louis,
so
Louis.
we've
Waza.
got
Chewy.
Lewis Maldonado.
Let's give you a little bit more information about your name, your phone number, who you are, where we can find you.
Well, I'm in all of the Tampa Bay, so the website is tampapropertyinspections.com. That's 732-207-0799 for my cell phone. But I cover the whole Tampa Bay area, so if you need anything, just feel free to reach out.
Awesome. So what exactly is it that you do? So for someone who doesn't know, like a new home buyer,
For a
what?
new home buyer, the main goal is to give you peace of mind. Hopefully, there's nothing going on in the house.
Right.
But it is there to uncover anything that
So yeah, that they need, you come out and you find like basically if anything is wrong, like, and tell them, hey, maybe you shouldn't purchase this house. Like if there's too much something wrong, or hey, everything's good to go and everything looks good. And yeah.
Right. Ideally, everything's perfect. Everything's working fine. Realistically, you'll find stuff that's a safety hazard, maybe open grounds, open wiring, improper wiring, things like that are very common.
Mhm.
Roof leaks. But I'm not going to be the one to tell you don't buy the house because any house could be perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, you just
This is-
give them the truth, and then of course
Yeah.
it's their decision. But also, do you get some kind of like certificate or something, or some kind of estimate, or like something like that if you come out, and do you give that to somebody?
So I'll have a full report. It'll come with pictures.
Oh, okay.
It'll have everything annotated, where the location is, macro, micro photos. So it's very
Nice.
organized.
Very good.
And you have
What
your
type
own
of
drone.
inspections do you do? Is
Home
that-
inspections
and-
for general.
Yeah.
And then the wind mitigation, the 4-point reports, those are the insurance reports that you need, especially if you're getting your roof replaced. That'll give you some discounts. You want to get that before the hurricanes come, because once the
Mhm.
hurricane's named, they're not really going to be taking any new insurance reports.
Also,
Okay.
too, is there a certain time period with your roof that you should probably get that reassessed or redone again?
Yeah, if you have a shingle roof, look at it like every 10 to 15 years. Some of them last longer than others. Architectural shingles are way better than the 3-tab shingles. Some of the new builds, surprisingly, do have 3 tabs on there.
What about
They don't last as long.
refinancing? Do you need another one?
I would ask your insurance agent if you're going to refinance. If they
No,
need
I'm
something.
not asking you to refinance. I'm asking, do I need to get it inspected again because I have to get it refinancing?
No, typically not.
All right.
Yeah.
Josh, we have an event that's going on in my office.
We do.
Yeah, we have a ladies' event.
What a ladies'
I know
event?
you guys are
It's
really
the one where all the
upset.
jellyfish are coming.
Yeah.
So I think I know the ladies event she's talking about. It's got to do with the ladies, of course. And it's Wednesday, January 11th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's ladies luncheon where you can get to know and understand vitamin infusion. What the vitamin infusion does, it helps with hydration, anti-aging, hormone imbalance, which some of you ladies might need. I'm pointing at you right now. High energy and weight loss. So if you feel a little on the low end with your energy, or you might feel slightly fluffy, guy or a gal, this can help you out. They're going to have appetizers and delicious drinks that'll be included. You're going to want to call the office for reservations at 727-946-0607 or 727-946-4308. And again, that's a ladies' luncheon, June 11th, 2 to 4 p.m. on a Wednesday.
And Josh, you have your own dumpster business. Why don't you give us a quick rundown on that? Are you gonna hurry up? I got 2 minutes.
So as you guys know, I'm Joshua Jones with Code 15 Transport, and I've got my own dumpster business. What we can do is drop that dumpster off at your house, whether you're a roofing company, a contractor, or just an individual DIYer or DIYer, and you want to load it yourself. We can help you with that. So if you guys need a haul, give us a call. Joshua Jones, Code 15 Transport.
Okay, we're just gonna give a name, phone number, address of our second guest that we had on today, because we gotta close the show with going to tell you who I am again if you want to know how to find us, our call letters, and our song of the day.
Yeah, so
All right.
we have Jason.
Exterior. Tell me who you.
today.
I need an address, phone number, where you're located.
We're in Kansas City, but basically St. Petersburg.
So yeah, where you service is everywhere.
Everywhere, all
So,
Tampa Bay.
Pasco, Pinellas,
Yes.
there
And
Let's go.
727-773-52.
And your,
5248.
that's your phone number.
That's my phone number.
Right. Windows. Go down the list.
727-773-5248.
In your
Awesome.
Facebook, you have information, website.
Facebook, exteriors, todayfl.com.
Look for the
Yes,
pink flamingo.
Yeah,
Yes.
with a hard hat.
Mhm.
Awesome. And
Great.
you guys need hurricane windows. That's who to call. Honest. Love you guys.
Thank
And
you.
Thanks so
we
much.
need you to
You're
come back
welcome.
again.
Another time, another place, another show.
Yes.
All right. You
With
are
the pink flamingo.
You're with Dr. Lou. You're with Tammy, and we have code 15. And Dr. Lou is located at
Tarpon Towers.
Tarpon
That's behind the McDonald's on US 19
Smell your
up in
way.
Tarpon.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the 3rd floor, corner office, get off the elevator and walk to the right.
If you can't make it
Exit
walking,
stage,
we'll
right?
come get you.
We will.
We provide transportation. So
They
if you
do.
can't drive, we'll get it there. We'll get you there one way or the other. And my phone number, Josh, what is my phone number?
I'm assuming it's 727-946-0607. That's 727-946-0607 or 727-946-4308. That's 727-946-4308.
Find me on the internet. Find me here. Find me there.
Find
me
her
here,
everywhere.
Find me everywhere.
With that being said, really quick,
Okay.
after completing the Kessel run in 12 parsecs, it was either feast or famine. The crew and I went to Cosmic Donuts, which was out of this world.
Oh.
Yes, they are.
Feeling parched, Cosmic Donuts can cure that dry mouth from coffee lattes, teas to espressos.
Yay.
They even have their frisbee-sized apple fritters and maple bacon donuts, which screams America,
Yay.
to include smash burgers as well as club and breakfast sandwiches. Check out Cosmic Donuts, the final frontier, located on US Highway 19 in Palm Harbor.
Yay. You guys, we are so grateful you guys are listening to us today. We're going to be in the parking lot in another couple weeks. We all want you to stop by any of our advertisers. If you're not one of our advertisers, please join us. We want you here to do a shout out.
Yes.
You guys, we're going to end the program, and we have Metallica listening today. And I'm not going to name this song, but if you have a problem sleeping at night and can't get to sleep, this is the guy that comes and visits you while you are sleeping.
All right.
Right?
Before we end, can I just say Lewis's phone number?
Lou?
Lewis
Okay, Lewis.
Maldonado that does the home inspections. You guys can give him a call at 732-207-0799 for any home inspection or any other things you may need done for insurance purposes or buying a home.
We want to thank you, our producer that is in there. We want
Avery,
is
thank
our
you.
we want to thank you, our Zara Rocker, this good-looking guy that's sitting across from me. He's got a song for you.